Hello everyone! In this video, we will see how road rage made someone rush at a police officer regardless of everything, or someone is ready to rush towards another person for the simple reason that someone does not give way to them. Let's see what new lessons the people in today's video bring us. The rage began when the man in the Opel changed lanes upon noticing that his lane was congested, but changed his mind at the last minute. He then tried to squeeze back into the lane for what seemed like a long time. It seemed like everything had ended until the man in the passenger seat got out of the car, started yelling, and took a picture of the other driver's license plate while both cars were waiting at a red light. However, it is worth mentioning that the driver did not know that the passenger had gotten off the bus, so he left. This man suddenly darted out into the road without any observation, but as soon as the driver arrived, he flew into a rage, claiming he wasn't given the right of way. However, karma appeared right after that. This man's name was Joseph Ward, and he decided to crash his car into Inspector Tony McGovern in a fit of road rage. In the end, Ward was sentenced to 4 years in prison for his rampage. The man in the Ford went mad because his lane wasn't moving. He then decided to open the car door but did not pay attention, causing the innocent motorcyclist to suffer the consequences. These two aggressive robbers suddenly threatened the Toyota driver, but their karma quickly caught up with them. A prior altercation led to the woman in the red shirt rushing over and smashing the couple's car window. But in the end, she got more than she bargained for. Only by staying calm can you make it home safely. This woman suddenly pushed the cargo van towards the police car.
What? Tougher.
And finally, she was given a stroller to take home.
Oh, open the door to the cart. Good. Good. Good.
In his attempt to pass the red light, the man decided to open the barrier himself to drive across the tracks. Two consecutive failures made him angry with the driver behind him. The man in the sedan decided to charge at the woman in his rage. However, he quickly realized that sometimes being big is not necessarily strong. The man driving this moto decided to demonstrate the power of his motorcycle by letting the SUV inhale the smoke. However, just when it seemed he would ride away with his head held high, the reality was quite the opposite.
Sorry, it's flat.
This Honda driver decided to overtake everyone. But this action not only did not help him get home sooner, but he even got a ticket. This incident occurred in Texas when traffic was slowing down, but the driver in the Audi didn't notice and crashed into the sedan in front of him. He chose to flee the scene, but it all happened right in front of a patrolling police officer. You will never get home safely if you stubbornly choose to act like a loser. This man finally realized he needed to use his drawing skills elsewhere and not on any car. If this video brings you new experiences to make your driving easier, subscribe to the channel and press the bell button so that every time there is a new video, you will be the first to watch it. There will be someone ready to rush towards you for just a small reason, so always keep your composure in every situation. What would you do if someone blocked your car in this way? Please leave your opinion below in the comments for everyone to refer to. The woman in the SUV realized she nearly missed her exit, so she quickly changed lanes but almost hit a police officer in the process. In the end, she received a ticket. These three women chose to dance while waiting for the red light, but as soon as the light turned green, the woman in the black dress was left behind. The rage incident occurred in Tampa Bay, Florida. A group of motorcyclists seemed to be speeding down the road when a BMW switched lanes without signaling, nearly hitting one of the riders. But the BMW driver chased the group of motorcyclists and confronted them at the stoplight. The incident only ended when the woman got out from the passenger seat of the BMW, pointed a gun, and shouted at the motorcyclists. After that, the motorcyclists seemed to leave. An earlier rage incident caused a man driving a black car to speed up and block the vehicle behind him. The man aggressively approached and tried to attack the people in the car behind, but this quickly caused him to receive karma for his actions. This road rage occurred when the man driving the black car believed that the person with a camera didn't yield the road to him. This led to his rage and decision to retaliate. In the end, he is the one who has to receive the karma he created. Never before has confronting a police officer to channel your rage been such a great idea. An earlier incident caused this young man to fly into a rage and repeatedly attack the window of the man driving a Mercedes. Everything seemed to be over when he returned to his car, when he suddenly kicked the Mercedes again. But this caused him to receive the karma he created. This man tried to cut into a crowded lane and got furious with the truck driver. It seemed like the argument was over, but then the man driving the SUV suddenly stopped and picked up a rock to attack the truck driver. In the end, the recipient of karma is him. In a previous incident, two men in a Nissan chased Zane with an axe in a fit of rage.
Yeah. What are you doing? You ready to chuck your
Zane decided to leave, but they continued to follow him for a long time, trying to ram the back of Zane's car.
Whoa! Keep driving! Holy fuck! Keep going.
Finally, in an attempt to respond, both men lost control and ran off the road. This incident occurred in California, when a man driving a Tesla suddenly got out of his car and attacked the man driving a Chevrolet behind him, believing the car was tailgating him. He was eventually sentenced to 5 years in prison after a series of violent attacks. There are many reasons to stay calm in every situation, but if you were the man riding this moto, could you remain calm? Please answer honestly.
Hey! Is your bro?
If you often get road rage, this video is for you. Leaving your car in a fit of rage is the fastest way to put yourself in danger when the person you're confronting is a guy who can do anything. Everything can be resolved when you react calmly. This crazy man raged on the road, smashing car mirrors with rocks on every car he saw. The end of this is that he received lessons from more than 20 big men. If the situations in the video bring you valuable lessons that help you drive safer, please like and subscribe to the channel as a way to motivate me to create more valuable videos. The rage incident happened when two men argued over who had the right of way on a narrow road. In the end, the shirtless man tried to flee the scene, but was blocked by a woman. While everyone was waiting at the red light, an impatient man decided to illegally change lanes to get ahead, but this quickly got him a costly ticket.
O kurwa! Ja pierdolę, potrącił prawie gliniarza.
A conflict arose when two cars lightly bumped into each other in an earlier incident. It seemed to be over when both parties left, but the man driving the white car decided to return and rammed the man in the SUV. But he quickly regretted his actions right after. An earlier incident caused both cars to block each other to resolve their road rage. Eventually, both cars left after the rage lasted for a long time. A woman who witnessed the entire event decided to report it to the police immediately afterward.
Hey, he's hitting him! He's attacking him! This guy hit me in here. I was stuck. This dude kept hitting him.
A road rage incident occurred on the highway between a woman driving a Mercedes and a man driving a Jeep. The two had conflicts for a long time because both thought the other person was endangering them. The rage became more intense when the man tried to force the woman to the side of the road, but the woman suddenly braked, causing the Jeep to lose control and flip over to everyone's surprise. Luckily, the man in the car was taken out safely. The incident occurred in Houston when a man driving a Toyota tried to steal a MAGA flag from a Donald Trump supporter and crashed his car into a lamppost. A sedan was parked in the middle of the pedestrian lane. This made the man angry and jumped into the sedan, but his landing surprised everyone. Road rage occurred on the highway between the driver of a black sedan, who suddenly changed lanes when he noticed the truck in front was quite close to him. This made the red car behind him angry, and the two had a conflict. The two pushed each other for a long distance, and their rage ended with the black car losing control and crashing into the roadside railing and being thrown up. Everyone in the car is fine, but this is also a lesson for all of us that controlling our emotions and actions is extremely important. This time, the rage came from a woman sitting in a van eating a Big Mac instead of driving. To avoid a white car, she stopped and waited for it to pass, but she was so focused on her burger that she hit a small pothole. While holding a Big Mac in one hand and fries in the other, while driving with her knees, her van crashed into the bushes. But what's worth mentioning is that after the car crashed into the bushes, she got out of the car and pointed her finger at Thomas and blamed him. The drunk truck driver irrationally took out his anger on the sedan and even 3 other cars traveling in the same direction. But he could not escape justice, as just a few minutes later, he was arrested at a nearby police station. After the police arrested him and tested his urine, it was discovered that he had many stimulants in his body. Hamsty was traveling on the highway when the Audi A4 suddenly had a road rage brake check. This guy said he was angry because Hamsty came close to his car, so he intentionally caused an accident. Both the court and insurance ruled it was his fault. The rage began from a minor disagreement earlier, causing the driver of the Porsche Cayenne to throw a bucket of water at the cameraman and drive off. Things didn't stop there when he decided to speed up and stop cameraman. At the same time, the oncoming van caused his car to crash into a container parked nearby. The man driving this BMW did not yield to the elderly pedestrian crossing the street, and even walked away after the incident occurred. It's worth mentioning that he blatantly did this right in front of the police, and in the end, the police could not let him get away with it any longer. No matter how angry you are, a bicycle colliding with a multi-ton SUV cannot make you a winner. The road seemed to be congested during rush hour, but this man didn't seem to understand that. He kept tailgating the cameraman and even became enraged and blocked the car. Thinking the cameraman had brake checked with him, in the end, his rage successfully earned him a ticket. A road dispute quickly turned into a chase on Highway 59 in Montgomery County. The couple was on their way to travel when Montes, 30 years old, suddenly accelerated into the rear bumper of their car for no reason and began shouting at the couple. The two cars chased each other on the highway for a long time, venting their rage. As Montes sped away, he cut into the path of an innocent moto driver leaving the highway. Ultimately, Montes was arrested by Splendora police and charged with serious offenses. Nathan was riding his motorcycle in Los Angeles when a man driving a Dodge wanted to change lanes to the left, but Nathan was approaching at the same time, so he couldn't change lanes. This made him furious, and he intentionally collided with Nathan before driving off. Not long after, he was finally arrested for fleeing the scene after causing an accident. Rage ensued when the driver of a Mercedes suddenly brake-checked the car behind him. But as soon as the car behind honked and flashed its lights, he became angry and pressed the car behind for a long time. When he finally changed lanes and left, the police car behind him asked him to stop. A woman driving a pickup truck decided to cut in front of Zeus's car while he was approaching. She even brake-checked with him, causing the two cars to almost crash into each other. But soon she turned left without looking and crashed into the oncoming man. For unknown reasons, the truck driver swerved while the road was too congested. This made many people behind angry, and a van driver decided to rush towards the truck to vent his anger. Have you ever thought about using your feet to attack a car made of metal to deal with your rage? If that hasn't happened yet, then congratulations. Here's what will happen if that action is taken. A minor incident earlier caused the delivery man to lose his temper and attack the car, but perhaps this lesson will help him find smarter ways to handle similar situations in the future. George was riding his motorcycle near a gas station in Florida when a man driving a Hyundai sped out of the gas station and cut in front of him. The car driver accidentally left his wallet on the roof of the car, and the wallet fell onto the road as he sped away. George picked up his wallet and chased behind the car to return it. But as soon as he caught up, the motorcyclist received a middle finger from the car driver, thinking George was arguing about the previous incident, and sped off again. Finally, he pulled over when he realized George wanted to return his wallet. The man in the van refused to give way and still tried to pass while the road was in need of repair. This made the crane operator angry and decided to turn the van into a pile of scrap. The incident happened on the highway. As soon as the man in the car was provoked, he immediately accelerated to chase. However, the woman inside the car used the handbrake to stop the rage from happening, but she was mistaken in her actions. Using the handbrake while traveling at high speed is extremely dangerous, so if you are in a similar situation, do not try to do this, but choose another way. But the best way is to stay calm in everything. Don't get angry because of a little excitement, which will lead to wrong results. The incident occurred in original Auckland, New Zealand. Both men clashed due to a previous incident, and tensions escalated when one man threw beer in the face of the other, who was holding a stick. The failed punch led the man driving the Mercedes into the altercation. Sometimes patience will bring you safety and savings. The incident occurred in Merced, California, when a man tried to enter a lane that was closed for repairs. A patrolling police car witnessed the whole situation and immediately apprehended him.
Big dumbass, look at him. You got caught within a second, my boy. Where's that straight news? Where you at?
Enzo was on his way home after work in Texas when he encountered a man in a Toyota who suddenly raged at him. Enzo had no idea what crime he had committed against this man, made him constantly check brakes with Enzo, right on the highway for a long time. If you were Enzo, what would you do in this situation? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Now let's help this man think of a reason to help him answer his wife when asked why his car was damaged. This never happens according to plan, so hopefully this video will help everyone think about how to respond when faced with anger. Do you think this man didn't realize his car was stuck behind the truck? Leave your opinion in the comments below. Perhaps this is not a good way for you to solve the problem of congestion during rush hour. On the contrary, it makes you spend more time and money on your car. The incident occurred in Queens, New York City. The rage began because 4 men clashed over a car parked on the side of the road. The situation ended when the man driving an Audi hit the gas and crashed into a bakery on its opening day. The rampage this time happened in Chula Vista, when 2 couples rushed to each other to resolve a conflict in a previous incident. Quick breakdowns escalate and turn into messes. Finally, the rampage ended when a plainclothes policeman arrived at the scene. You never know who or what you're going to run into when you get road rage. Hopefully this video will be a reminder and lesson for all of us. The rage began when the man driving the sedan was going too slowly in a high-speed lane. This caused George to get ahead of him, but this made him angry, and he jumped ahead again and continued to go slowly in the priority lane. Tensions escalate further when the man driving the sedan blocks George's path. A battle is inevitable. So the 2 rushed at each other to resolve their anger, but the other man was quickly overpowered. You can't imagine what will happen when road rage ends. This video serves as a vivid teaching tool about the consequences of anger that we cannot predict. Hopefully everyone will control their emotions and be calmer.
Break. We need some help. I gotta go. I'll tell you in a second.
This homeless man suddenly started yelling and cursing at Bella when she stopped at a red light. He even threw soda at her car. The police arrived immediately and took him to the station. Rage can make you forget many things, especially to engage the handbrake.
У тебя машина поехала.
Would you choose to drive slowly and get home safely, or put yourself in danger by speeding and overtaking? This video is a vivid tool showing the consequences of road rage. Hopefully, it will help everyone drive calmly and get home safely. There are many reasons for road rage, but the results of most road rage are the same. So hopefully you can always stay calm in the face of everything on the road. If you find my video helpful, please subscribe to my channel as a way to support me. The man driving the white car couldn't wait any longer and tried to speed up and overtake, but he ended up crashing into the black car in front. The impact was strong enough to cause him to lose control and hit an oncoming car. Fortunately, no one was injured as the airbags deployed, but both cars were completely totaled.